Morning, students. Let us start our ninth standard computer science syllabus, which is named as Information Technology, code as 402. So, our computer syllabus have been divided into two parts. One is employability skill and other one is vocational skills. Employability skills is English, general English for the career opportunity and for operating your computer. The next one, vocational skills, include some small computer applications and the way you deal with it. Let us start our employability skills. First topic, communication skills. So, what is communication? Communication is the process in which we express our thoughts to the other through different methods. Okay, so a receiver and the sender are the two main participants. There are four different types of communication. One is verbal communication, which includes words or the speech. Second one is non-verbal communication, which includes the body languages, your body movements and the actions. Third one is written communication, which includes the handwritten copies as you provide during the examination time the answer sheet or a printed form of paper. The next one is visual communication. As its name suggests, visual represents whatever we see, it will convey a message. When we see a logo, we'll get to know what the logo represents. For example, zebra crossing represents the place where we have to cross the road. The advantages and disadvantages. It is much straightforward and it is a speedy form. So the advantage is straightforward and it is in a speedy form. Instant feedback. So straightforward in sense, the message being conveyed to the receiver will be in a spontaneous, that is, you need not to lag in your thoughts. Okay. The next one is speedy form. Speedy form includes your spontaneity. You need not to sluggishly wait for your content to produce. So it will be in the speedy form. The next one is instant feedback. You will get an immediate response from the receiver. The disadvantage is it is not possible to keep your records. Okay, keep recording everything. Whatever you speak will not be kept as a record. The next one is emotional barrier. Emotional barrier in sense. So, emotional barriers in sense, the way we create or put forward our message based on emotions. When a tired person is once supposed to tell your happy news, he will be not able to say in an enthusiastic method. So he needs energy. This will here emotional is a big barrier. Non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication includes non-verbal communication. The actions that we produce will be of demonstrative language barrier and it is said very fast. Demonstrative. Once a person stands in front of the crowd and he waves his hand, he denotes that he needs the attention of everyone. So it is demonstrative manner. Language barrier. An speaking man cannot convey his message to an Indian man. A Spanish speaking man cannot convey his content to a Indian man. So language is a barrier here. But through actions, he can convey his content to the Indian man. For hungriness, he can show a small actions that will be able to understand by the Indian man. For okay, the next one is very fast. The delivery of the message will be so fast than the other communication types. The next one is disadvantages. The disadvantages is it is not possible for the lengthy messages. A short messages can be put forward using actions, but the lengthy messages cannot be drawn into actions. There will be some chances of misinterpret. Shaking heads is sometimes a positive symbol of accepting as well as not accepting. So there will be a chances for the misinterpret. The next one is advantages of written communication. So written communication, we can store our message permanently. It is also can be reused whenever we are needed. Sincerity. When the words are put into a paper using a pen and paper, we usually follows a direct sincerity like drawing a margin, writing from the margin, a tab space for the paragraph, a full stop after every sentences, a single spacing between the words. These sincerities will be followed. Next, the disadvantages. It is not possible to write everything as a record. The storage is difficult and it takes a much cost. It is a time consuming one because a small paragraph, oral version may takes 10 to 15 minutes, but while writing we may need 1 hour. The next one is language barrier. So when the script is in the no other language, if a receiver cannot understand Hindi, when the script is in Hindi, he or she will suffer from it. So language is the barrier here. Next one is visual communication. The advantages are from the proverb we get to know that picture is worth 1,000 words. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Whenever we see a picture, we can identify some messages from it. For example, we see a logo on our pathway, school zone or a hospital zone. We get to know there is a hospital nearer, there is a school nearer. Okay, so it breaks the qualification barrier. The next one is disadvantages. It is a time consuming one where it needs a lot of time to design a logo. The next one is it is not a complete one. Not a complete one in sense, for example, the school zone is nearer, but it is our decision to go slow or to go fast in the zone area. Okay, form of communication, and it is expensive. It is also a form of communication, but it is too expensive than the other. Simply we cannot create a logo and assign a meaning to it. It has to be designed by a designer. So there are some graphical or animation designers to create a logo. The chief authority will declare it as a logo and assign a meaning to it. Next one, elements of communication. What is element? Elements include a small compound, a simple piece which will club together to form a compound, as we have seen in the chemistry. Okay, so there is small elements over here which forms the major communication. The first one is sender, second one is message, third one is encoding, and the fourth one is channel, fifth one is decoding, sixth one is feedback. Sender. The sender is the one who transmits the message to the receiver. The message is the original or raw or processed information. Example, Apple is the message being sent by the sender. The encoding schema here we use is alphanumeric, and encoding in sense, let us explain with the example. Diagram. See here, the sender here is the one who sends the message. Okay, sends the message. The message or info is the Apple, what I said. The encoding scheme what we use is alphanumeric. A will be assigned as 1, B as 2, C as 3 and goes on. The encoding schema we are applying here. So A will be 1, P will be 16, another P will be 16, L will be 12 and E will be 5. Okay. So this will be transmitted through this channel. So channel represents, this 2 star represents the channel. So channel will transmit the message to the receiver side. So it may be air, it may be cable, or it may be a signals. Okay, whenever we follows an encoding scheme in the sender side, we follows decoding scheme on the receiver side. So decoding will decodes the message into original format. So 1, 16, 16, 12, 5 is the received message. So that message will be again converted into APPLE, Apple, and the receiver will provide a feedback to the sender. Receiver will send a feedback to the sender regarding the message clarity. Okay. Next one, effective communication. So effective communication is the communication where the speaker and the receiver have a fulfillment in getting the knowledge in the communication conversation. Okay, so there are some principles: clarity, attention, consistency, adequacy, and the timeliness, feedback, and economy. So clarity is the thing, how the message is being conveyed to the receiver. It should be in the easily understandable language. Okay, attention refers the listener have to be fully attentive in his communication process. Okay, the communication should be in that manner that the receiver have to receive the conversation speech. Next one is consistency. He should be consistent with the planned objective of the message being conveyed. So when this message starts from the starting time till the ending time, there should not be any lagging in the voice, tone, everything. Okay, it should be as similar from the starting time. Next one is adequacy. Adequacy refers to the information being communicated in a complete respect, complete in all aspects. Okay, timeliness refers it is in the proper time. The given time, the message should reach in the given time. Next one is feedback. The confirmation from the recipient is said to be as the feedback. It should be received from the recipient. The next one is economy. Economy refers your communication should take place within your optimal cost. It should not exceed your optimal cost. Okay, these are the principles. Next one is 7 C's of effective communication. It is a repeatedly asking question, that 7 C's of effective communication. So first C refers a control. You should have a control over yourself, your body language, pace, tone, etc. For example, you are giving a speech, you feel you feel like yawning or you feel like sneezing, you have to control your have to control your emotions or your abnormalities in before you present your speech in before thousands audience. Okay, the next one is conversational. So you have to involve the other person also. It should not like being a lecture topic, so that the opponent will get emotional or feelings laggy, everything. The third C refers confident. So confident refers to the your thought being put forth in the way to the other person. Your voice should be loud enough in a controlled pace. Your body language, your meaningful gestures, eye contact, and henceforth these things will tell about your confident. Next one is competent. So competent refers to the listener's party's response. When you keep asking question, if the listener party answers, you feel that your opponent is listening to your concept. If not, they are not listening. Okay, come. When a conversation becomes an agitated one, that is, it becomes an arrogant one, we have to be calm down ourselves. Then we have to communicate so that it is in a rhythmic gesture to create a proper conversation. We have to be clear in our message, and we should not let the other people to guess our meaning. That is the next C, clear. Final C refers concise. Concise refers to short and precise. You should not waste the opponent parties time. So we have to provide our topics in a short and precise manner. Okay, the next is the barriers of EC. So barriers refers to the lingual factors, environmental factors, past experience, cultural influence, prejudice, feelings, and personal factors. Let us have a short look. Lingual factors represents a language barrier. When a language is not being understood by the recipient, it comes as a lingual factor. Environmental factor refers to the physical distractions. Physical distractions like the surroundings will not, if the surroundings does not help you, it becomes an environmental factor. Past experience. So psychological is the main scenario here. When something happens in the earlier stage of the same situation, it creates a abnormality in listening. The next one is cultural influences. So communicating with the people will create differences using cultures. So it will create it using some lingual factors also. Next one is prejudice. The preconception can will ruin the chance of proper communication. That is, a relationship between the student and the teacher will have to be in a friendly manner, so that a communication will be in a proper method, so that effective communication will be produced. Feelings. So our emotions also plays a big role over here. Personal factors. So it is different from each person's. The health issues, the confidence level, all these things comes under personal factors. Here are some questions regarding the topics we have learned. Just practice with it and come for the next class. Thank you.